Hi, I'm the Realtor Evan, coming to you from the road again. I know my mom doesn't like it that I'm doing these videos from the road, but I have to do this to get you this information in the time that I have to provide it. And look, at least I have one hand on the wheel now, so it's still okay. I'm still looking at the road. We're good. But I will make this one a little shorter than most. I want to talk a little bit to the people who are coming from the buyer's side and they're thinking about purchasing a house, but they know that the house isn't in the best condition. So what are you supposed to do in that situation before you maybe even get into presenting an offer? We have talked a little bit about, I should say, in the past, how you present an offer and how we get to requests for repairs and how you can take things into account in that situation. But let's say you're going into a house that clearly hasn't been redone in 20 or 30 years. Now, it looks nice. The sellers have obviously put in a little bit of effort. They've painted the walls and whatever, but you can tell the kitchen's completely out of date. So you're gonna want to redo the kitchen completely. You're gonna want to, tear out the carpet, put in new floors. All of these things are going to cost some money. Maybe you even want to put a fence around the yard. So you're going to see this house, you've seen it once, you really like it, you think it has a lot of potential. Maybe you even think that the asking price is reasonable given the fact that the sellers have already taken into account the fact that they know people are going to want to put in some more work on this property. So what do? Do you just put in a full price offer? Obviously, you're going to speak to your agent a little bit about how much you should offer them. But what I would recommend to you is do two things. One, get some information about what the township will allow. So for example, if you were going to put in a fence and you want to put in a fence, make sure you can put in that fence. It also goes for maybe you want to build a second, an ADU, an accessory dwelling unit, right? So people are building these non-attached studio houses or one-bedroom apartments in the backyard on the property that's not attached to the house to rent them out or maybe live in it. So do your due diligence. Make sure that you're able to do that in this area, in this home, and this property will work for that purpose. But even if that's aside, what I would recommend doing is going back, scheduling another visit, bring a contractor with you. Some of them will charge you in order to come with you, a couple $100 just to tag along. But then they'll also give you a full estimate of what it would cost in order to do all the things that you wanted to do. Now, if you've seen from the pictures that it's going to be a fixer, you can even bring that contractor with you to the first showing so that you can have them with you right from the start, and that way you don't waste any time. You can make an offer right away, taking into account what it's going to cost you in order to actually have the house that you want to live in. And that's the most important thing, finding the house that you want to live in and the cost that it's going to cost you to get in there and being comfortable with that cost. So those are the big two tips that I have for you as a buyer when you're coming into a house that needs work. Pull the permits, pull the building codes at tip number one, and tip number two, bring a contractor with you too. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out or comment below. I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.